Welcome to The Witcher 3. I'm Linus Wilson. We're going to go through the Bear School quests in the Enhanced Ursine quests. And we're going to start out with the armor chest piece, right? So we're at this fast travel point, the grotto. You can only open up this fast travel point by sailing there. So I've skipped the sailing. And, before we got a boat, I think from the Ruined Inn, then we went and talked to this Djenge Frett guy. And I guess this is some reference to Star Wars. But the point of doing that is he's got a little contract quest. I don't think he ever said how much he was going to give us for the contract. But if we pick up his contract quest, he meets us here and he helps us with the bandits in the cave here. So I thought that was interesting, and I guess it's also maybe Djenge Frett, we'll see him in a bit, is like a reference to maybe I think Django Unchained, maybe Quentin Tarantino movie. So, anyways, this guy's kind of interesting. I'm still not sure what his motives are or what's going on, but I think we're going to kill these guys no matter what, so you might as well have him in there to distract him a little, although I don't think they're going to give us much problems. This is a really good cave for loot. It's all a lot of high-level loot in general, a lot of rune stones, so it's pretty good, But as you can see, so I'm recording the audio later, because my daughter was asleep. As you can see from here, we're getting a lot of diagrams, and we still haven't got the Ursine piece. So we have to go back into the cave to get the Ursine piece. And, right now you can see the HUD is directing me out of the cave, right? So this took me a while to figure out. But I think one of the things with these Ursine and all the other Witcher School quests is that you have to interact with the symbol of your quest outside the area for the HUD to start showing you where to go inside the quest. So that's what we're going out to interact and find it, which with our cat potion on is a little hard to see. But, if you get your Witcher senses on and you're aimed in the right place, you should see it pretty easily. Okay. I fell in the water and can't climb back up. But we gotta swim around. I don't know why he's going in that direction. Okay, swim back. So we can climb up and find this little red thing. And I'm still maintaining the position that I think that all the symbols, it's hard to distinguish between the bear and the wolf and the griffin and all this other stuff. Okay, so if we get our Witcher senses going, we can see the fast travel marker. So we had to sail here, but there's a fast travel out, so we can we'll be able to craft the Bear School chess piece right away, and that, to my surprise, was a huge upgrade. Okay, so I still haven't interacted, I don't think. Trying to see if I can climb up this thing here, and then I go back in, and there's a hall. So it looks like we're gonna. It's amazing we haven't got any resistance yet. You would have thought we would have been hit by drowners and all kinds of stuff, but that's not the case. So we're potioning up and decoctioning up. Can't have too many Quens. And then, okay, here's Django.
We meet again. So, you change your mind? Want to hunt the Grossbart Brothers with me? Easy coin for you.
Yeah, we can hunt them together.
Run! Let's get going then. I've picked up their trail. They shouldn't be far.
So there's not really a lot of brothers to fight.
Guess all you got. I like the way you die. Went well, I thought. Maybe you'd consider working together for a spell. Seems you have a gift for this kind of work.
Thanks. Once is enough. So long.
Yeah, that big 50 coin contract. But it was pretty easy, and it was something we were going to do anyways. As we don't get any XP for this because we're over 6 levels above the quest. I think that's going to be the case for most of these things. So, such is life. There we go. There it is. The Ursine armor, the chest piece. So now once we loot this place, we can go ahead and craft this armor back at Caer Trolda with the fast travel. Yeah, doesn't seem like knocking down the walls does anything. So the barrels here are not exploding, they're just actual storage places. Can't have too many mushrooms. Mushrooms have no weight. Well, that was a nice one. Another diagram. The tamer. I don't know. I should look through these crafting diagrams. I still don't think they're gonna be an improvement over what we have. Just maybe because of the level of the quest. Maybe I don't know if they level up or not. But we got pretty good swords, and then we'd have to enchant them. One of the things I have not enchanted, like the chest piece that we got, in part because it's got only one hole. I think when we get the upgrade, the Enhanced Ursine chest piece, then we get 2 holes, so we have to pay for a 3rd hole, even with the Enhanced. But the other thing is, every time you upgrade, you lose the runes or glyphs or the enchantments. And so it's kind of like, it's a big expense. So here we're back at Caer Trolda. We did the fast travel, and we're gonna make the armor.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
So we sold some of the crap swords we got. It's always good to check to see if you got anything from Roach. They slip in some saddles you miss, and boy, that adds to your weight. So I'm going to dismantle some of this stuff so I have like more crafting supplies, and also so I cut down on the weight from these skins. So the skins really do add to your weight. I dumped a bunch in storage. I think it's really hard to find a place that'll sell skins, although I saw a video recently of somebody that said this guy in Toussaint next to the mastercrafted armor will buy about everything. And I think that's right from my experience playing Blood and Wine twice. That there's this shop just right next to the mastercrafted armor. You never think of it. I found them because I wanted to buy more paintings. He sells paintings for like 10 coins. So I paid this one guy and did his quest like 1,000 coins to do a Geralt painting, to put a painting on the wall in Corvo Bianco. So that's one of the things at the end of Blood and Wine, at the end of Witcher 3, you own Corvo Bianco, and then you want to put paintings on the walls because there's these big blank spots on the walls, and you don't know where to get them. And he's the guy to get them, and they're dirt cheap, and he has really good paintings. So. There you go. But he also, I think, will buy everything, and he's got 10,000 coins. So when we get the chance, we'll load up on our skins and dump them onto him. Otherwise, it's usually these random merchants that are like walking around, but they don't have very much coin. So one of the things is like the whole glitch for the cow glitch people talk about. Number one, that takes forever, and you don't get that much money from or exploit, I guess, maybe it's not a glitch, from killing cows and then selling the meat or the skins. But there's also very few people that will buy skins. Meat doesn't add to weight, so you can carry as much meat as you want. But the skins do, and you'll have a heck of a time in Velen, Novigrad, and White Orchard finding someone that can buy any large quantity of skins, because they'll run out of money very quickly. But we will exploit the cow glitch at some point, so we're dismantling some stuff so that we can get our Ursine chest, and we don't have to buy the more expensive crafting supplies. So I think dismantling here gave us the hardened leather cheaper than we could buy it. And since we'll probably dismantle a lot of these anyways, instead of selling them, because we can't sell them to most vendors, it makes sense to dismantle them and not pay for those new crafting supplies. I pay for coal, I pay for feathers. Those are things I use a lot of and are not that expensive from the smiths and armorers.
So long.
All right, so let's look at our new where you can see it's not as green. It seems like it's thicker, and the resistances are quite a bit more. Maybe we'll bring up that and take a look at it. Okay. First, we'll take a look at our inventory. See if we got any interesting things we need to read. So yeah, I mean, in terms of the cow glitch, if you go back to White Orchard and you try to kill some cows, and you do that 3 times, I think, at least meditating twice, then you'll summon the chort. And we have a chort decoction, and so the chort is kind of like the fiend that we saw in other episodes. It's more like a ram than a moose, and so the chort, killing the chort, gives us the chort mutagen, which will let us brew the chort decoction, which is what we want to do. Alright, it looks like we're checking out, make sure we have enough bolts, so we're ready to go. And next up, we're going to fast travel to get the silver sword. So what I did was, I got a boat. I think I got a boat, and I'm off the boat right now. So I got a boat from, I think it's the Sunstone Cave. It doesn't say that, but that's the fast travel point on the northern part of the main island of Skellige. And so that cave is where you, I think, get the Sunstone with Philippa Eilhart towards the end of the main quest line. And the... So I put on Spectre oil here. I was expecting Spectres. I got the ghouls instead. I'm happy with the ghouls. We're really cutting through the ghouls really well. So anyways, I took the boat around there, and because it didn't seem like this was accessible from most angles, I took it on where the map showed that the land was relatively flat and I could climb up it. So when you're in Skellige, you really have to look at what the map looks like. Does it have contours like it's a mountain, or does it have contours like it's a forest or something that you can climb up relatively easily? So you don't want to go the most direct route. You want to go the route that has the least amount of mountains. So you want to go through the paths, or if there's no good paths to go through or they're too far away, you want to sail to the coast and then climb up the flat side of the mountain. So you do have to be strategic in the way you do things. So we're just checking out. Oh yeah, we got a red mutagen here, and so the red mutagen is allowing us to get one more decoction. We were short one lesser red, and the nice thing is these alguls seem to be dropping randomly mutagens. I don't know that they respawn. I think after you kill them. I didn't see a nest in here, but you definitely want to loot these guys. So I don't think you could come back here to get mutagens, but they are rich in crafting supplies. Okay, so there's not much in here. If we go down this hall, we see there's an opening, but our HUD is not, our Witcher GPS is not routing us there. And so I need to go back and interact with the front door, because I didn't interact with the front door because there were alguls there. And once I do that, then the Witcher GPS will lead us straight to this Witcher Silver Sword. So this is the Silver Sword location. Oh, there we go. There it is. And it's on the eastern side of the big island of Skellige.
Might want to look around some.
It's kind of north of the Whale Beach location or the respawning Cyclops location. Alright, and then there's this crazy hole. It looks like you're going to fall a long way, but I'm trying to gauge how far I'd fall, but I just jump anyways. After saving. So it's kind of nasty hole. Some more alguls. I think one of them stunned me there. There went my shield. Oh, see, another's popping out of the ground. Look at that. Good, I re-upped the Quen there. Even though I thought I had them all. Okay, don't want to miss any of these alguls loot. We want to gut every one of those. I mean, alguls aren't super rare, but they're fairly rare. You'll see a lot more ghouls. We've obviously... I guess maybe you missed the... it's possible for the... Oh, here you go. Here's the Ursine Silver Sword Enhanced. So, there you go. Part 1 is finished. We've got part one was the gloves, the chest armor or the armor, and then the silver sword. And these are all the locations that I think are in kind of like mainland Ard Skellige. And then part two is more locations that are you have to sail to. That you'd sail off of Ard Skellige. Yeah, so it's a pretty nice stash down there. Okay. So after this, we're going to go back, fast travel, and, well, there was no fast travel, but we ended up finding the nearest fast travel. I ended up, like, climbing the hill. There was a path kind of off to the side. I was looking for a fast travel by the water, couldn't find it, and I think there was a fast travel kind of midway through that northern path, and I suspect that's the Succumbus's lair, but I didn't check it out. So we'll probably have to go back since we opened up that fast travel. So we need some more silver meteorite ore. So it's much cheaper if you've got one or two of the components or the lesser components to craft it than to buy it. Alright, so we make several of this silver meteorite ore, and now it just says, I think, do we have enough of everything? Yep. Okay, so there you go, we've got it. We crafted it, and now it's time to get on a boat again. And this is the Trouser Diagram. So in the previous videos, we picked up the enhanced gloves because they were on the way to the regular basic silver sword. So we picked it up when we did that. And then we picked up the boots in the previous video. So that leaves us 4 items to get. So far we've gotten 2. This is the 3rd item that we're getting. And it's on this just really tiny island. I did not see a fast travel marker here, so it's good if you don't crash the boat. So boats come to grief when they get near land. And so if you... it's always better to not get super close to the land and just jump in the water and then swim to shore if you don't want to crack up your boat. This boat got pretty cracked up like right after this because I ran into one of those smuggler cache locations. It was not intentional, and I guess I hit one of the barrels or something, so I was surprised it didn't sink. I have in the past sunk the Witcher boats, right? Never sunk a real boat as a Coast Guard licensed captain, but I I have sunk some Witcher boats, and he has ended up swimming around Ard Skellige until he could get to a fast travel point. So it's not the end of the world because Geralt does not suffer from hypothermia like a normal human would, but it's still kind of a little slower because the boat goes a little bit faster than Geralt can swim. So we're just kind of trying to find the entrance here. And once again, we've got to find that entrance symbol, I think, before it'll route us to the actual chest. I can't emphasize how much easier it is to navigate in The Witcher 3 than it is in The Witcher 2 or Witcher 1. This whole GPS navigation in the sense that we have in The Witcher 3, I don't think it exists in Witcher 1 or Witcher 2. And so if they do put a dot on the map, that's it, but they're not going to give you a breadcrumb. And they're not going to give you Witcher senses. So Witcher senses is definitely... Well, there are Witcher senses in Witcher 2. They work a little different. But I don't think they give you like the little circles on the map. You can use the Witcher senses. But there's like a limited amount of time you can use the Witcher senses in Witcher 2, and then Witcher 1 there's no Witcher senses, and so you'll stumble around a lot more. I don't think that was it. It didn't update there, and I think I would have paused. I think we're looking for the entrance, really, that entrance thing, and so kind of hard to navigate around these rocks. You can't always climb up onto the shore in places, so you got to find it. So I have to find where it is. It's kind of behind something, I think. I guess if I was going to critique the sailing in The Witcher 3, they make it really easy on you. It doesn't matter which direction the wind is going. You always have a downwind run. So the wind always follows you. So there you go. But it's such a nice improvement. The swimming and the boating in The Witcher 3 is such a big improvement from The Witcher 2 and Witcher 1. So neither one of those had the ability to take a boat out. Neither one of those had an ability.
Look around some.
There it is. There's the bear school symbol. So now the HUD is giving us an updated location for the. So this is where the island is. I'm not sure what the island is called. It is east of Skellige. Right, so we went from the west side of Skellige for the Silver Sword, and now on the east side, you want to get a boat. I think it was Aaronborn that we got the boat from, and it was about 700. I don't know what their units of measurement are, meters, who knows. It is in here. I don't know why I missed it the first time. Oh, look, there's something there. Okay, so we're following there it is. Okay, there's the trousers. Okay, now with the trousers, we could have gone and crafted those, except we didn't because we didn't have a fast travel. So, and we're fairly close to the last of the places. I'm not going to find anything in here. Blasting the stalactites and stalagmites. And so I need to just get back to my boat. So I get back to the boat and sail north to this island. This is the pirate island. And I've done this a few times, and I think it's best to go to where that fast travel marker is, the dock. There's going to be a boat. There should be a boat at the dock, and there'll be a few pirates at the dock. And you want to dock there. Open up that fast travel marker, and then fight the pirates up the path. I've climbed up before, and it just wasn't. It's also hard to get to the boat again. And if you don't have the fast travel, then you can't get out of there as quickly. So I think it's better to go to the dock there. You notice I've got my deflection armor on right now because they do have arrows. You want to come to this island with nothing in your inventory. So I don't know how much I picked up, but you could conceivably pick up 20 swords, I think. And so you should be ready for that. The other thing is, I would say I've had the swords disappear on me from these level 12 pirates. And you want to pick up the swords as you go. So don't wait, leave it all the way to the end, you want to keep on picking up the swords and all the loot as you go. Because they don't all come at you once, and that's what makes it easy, is that they don't come at you at once. They just kind of come a little at a time, and so you can take them out even if you're level 25, as is the level of the quest, pretty easily, even though there's a lot of them. But deflection helps a bit. Usually arrows don't do much, but... So since this is a men-only quest, bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing is good if you don't have deflection. Enchantments. But you can start... So you can start enchanting as soon as you get to Velen. That's when Hearts of Stone opens up. And then you just have to swim to the old mill. And run past your trouble because you're too low level for most of the stuff in Velen and Novigrad, and certainly in Hearts of Stone, outskirts of Novigrad. But it's doable. The hardest part of unlocking the rune right is getting the jade in the cave, which we did a few episodes ago, and getting the killing all those spiders. It's a lot easier in NG Plus because you have a lot of abilities. Even though you're lower level, you have a lot of abilities and a lot of resources to do it. Probably, I would say you'd want exploding bolts. Probably be your best bet if you're like a level 5 Geralt. And stay back and just keep on shooting, because I think you can shoot a lot of them from outside, and then just run away, take them out one at a time. And you may not want to do the treasure hunt quest in the back, because I think there's a bigger spider in the back. So we're just killing these dudes right now. I kind of stumbled around a long time trying to find the Ursine armor. If you can see the map, it's actually on my right side. You go up the steps. I thought I had to jump between the gap there, but I couldn't do that. It got me to that side, but then it was blocked off and it wouldn't let me jump up. Yeah, these dogs are actually doing a surprising amount of damage. They're just too low for my swing. They don't get cut in half as easily compared to the pirates. And then there was like this niggling guy with an arrow that was just keeping me from picking up the loot. Eventually I got him to stop. Okay, and then for the shields, I really like this tactic, is to use the Winter's Northern Wind Bomb to freeze them, and then the shield man is defenseless, and you don't have to worry about his shield, and you can just slice him in two. It works well with everybody, but it's the shield men that are going to give you the most problems. So it's best to save if you're going to use your bombs on anybody, you want to use them on the shield guys. A lot of other people that don't use Quen as much will want to use an Ard sweep or something like that. Or burning also disables enemies, so Ard or Igni should make it a lot easier with a shield bearer. Okay, he's got a shield. We threw the Northern Wind Bomb, and he's gone. Okay. Looks like we got one more guy. Somebody's shooting me from above. Okay, so I've done this quest at least twice before, and I never was able to find my way in. But I did this time. And so, inside, there's these caves, and this is the sky cells. So the famous sky cells. You can see it when you're sailing around, but I never put that two and two together, that these are the sky cells where they have the Tyrion in the sky cell. And so we'll pause over that. But I'm going to stop the narration here, but I'm going to let the video play on so you can watch it. We're going to craft the trousers at the end. We're going to craft the steel sword, which is what we're looking for here. And I'll see you next time. And maybe we'll do a side quest instead of starting the superior stuff. I think there's a side quest with Wraith I'd like to do. And hopefully there'll be a noon or night Wraith. Subscribe and hit the bell notification icon. The video is going to go on and show you all around the pirate's lair and the crafting of the steel sword. Sorry I didn't get to record this, but everybody was asleep and I didn't want to be talking. Bye.
found some. given me no choice. Sky cells. Nice idea for a prison without bars. Shame he didn't know how to fly.
Friends we show heart, foes we show our axe. Remember that.
Oh! Priestess is a terrible crossbreed. You and the sorceress. Ah! Interested in a weapon? There's a tale behind every item I've got.
Got a diagram. Like you to craft something for me. So long.
Swords need thumping. Mind your manners.
So you're back. Was right, wasn't it?
Craft something for me, will you? So long.
So you're back. Was right, wasn't I?
Craft something for me, will you?